Now, as the name suggests, the sum, right? So what do you mean by sum? In school also, you might have studied during your school time, I think in grade 1 or 2, sum means adding things, right? So sum means adding things. Now the sum function in Excel also does the same thing. Okay, so basically what the sum function does is that it takes numeric values, it takes cell references like A2, A3, and based upon whatever you have provided, it simply gives you the result as a sum. Okay, so let's say if in like you have 10, then you have the cell A2, right? So the value in cell A2 is, let's say, 20, and then in cell A3 it is 40. So it is going to return you the value as 70. Okay, so this is what actually the sum function does. Now here we have like I have given some examples for you. Okay, so let's try to do this example together and try to find out that how this sum function actually behaves. All right, so let's begin. So in the first cell, like here, if you'll focus, so what I have provided is that I have provided a formula. This is just an example. Okay, so basically it says equal to sum, and I have told you earlier as well that any formula in Excel always starts with an equal to sign, right? So it says that equal to sum, and then it has provided a cell reference, right? A particular range, cell reference of a range. So basically it says A2 till A4. So this is A2 and this is A4. So it is going to select this entire range and then return back you the total of it, right? So let's try to understand it and do it together. So equal to sum, and I'll hit tab to autocomplete the formula, and then I'm going to select this entire range, close the parenthesis, and hit enter. Now what it is returning? It is returning 60 right now. Okay, so it returned me 60, which is a sum of these three values, 10, 20, and 30. So when you total it out, right, 10, 20, and 30, it is 60, right? And this is what the sum function is returning. Now, as I said earlier as well, you can provide multiple things in a sum function. Okay, so you can provide a range of a cell, right, like A2 to A4, or what you can do is that you can provide a particular range and then you can enter individual values as well. So that also you can do in the sum formula. So let's delete everything and let's try to do the next example together. Okay, so equal to sum, I'll hit tab to autocomplete. And now in this particular case, I'm just selecting these two, okay, as a range. And then I'm entering by putting up a comma, the next value. So if you'll see, the sum function takes the numeric arguments. Okay, numeric argument means like if the range also has numeric values, it takes that. So number one is a particular range. Okay, and number two is a individual cell reference that I'm entering. And I'll close the parenthesis and hit enter. The moment I did that, can you see it returned me the same value? So if I select this entire range, or I selected two values as a range and one as an individual cell reference, then also it is returning me the same value. Now the third example that you get to see under the sum function is sum. Okay, I'll hit tab to autocomplete. Now I'll enter 10. Okay, and it is entered in double quotes. And I have told you earlier as well that anything entered in double quotes in Excel is generally treated as text, right? But Excel is smart enough to recognize that although like I have entered something within double quotes, but it is a value. So it will return you 10 only. Okay, so that's how Excel recognizes. Then the next, I have added normal number as 10. Then third numeric value that I'm entering is A2, which is a cell reference. And the fourth I'm entering is true. Okay, true is again a value, and when you are using it with a sum function in Excel, true is treated as 1. Okay, so I have added information here for you, so this will give you a better idea. Now tell me what is going to be the product of this entire thing, or the total of this entire formula that I've created. So 10, as it is appearing as a text, but it is a value, right? So it is going to be 10 plus 10, 20, plus A2 is 10, 20, 30, and true is 1. So it should return 31. Okay, I'll hit enter and it will return me 31. Okay, so this is how you are going to use the sum formula in Excel. I hope you have understood it. Okay, so sum generally gives you the total of all the total of all the values that you are entering in terms of normal number, in terms of text. Okay, text like any number hidden in the text format, right? And then you can enter true or false, right? Or you can even enter a particular range. Okay, and or else you can enter a cell reference. Okay, so if you enter these arguments in a sum function, it is going to give you the total of all together.